How does Capgras Delusion split recognition pathways? Imagine looking at someone you love and feeling like they are a stranger in disguise. That strange feeling is part of what makes Capgras Delusion so fascinating. It's a condition where the brain's way of recognizing faces gets mixed up in a very unusual way. Normally, when you see a familiar face, your brain uses two main routes. One route helps you consciously identify the face, like knowing it's your friend or family member. The other route automatically triggers feelings of familiarity and emotional connection, making you feel safe and close to that person. In Capgras Delusion, the conscious recognition pathway is still working fine. The person can see and identify the face and say, "Yes, I know this person." But the emotional pathway, which connects the face recognition areas in the brain to the limbic system, especially the amygdala that processes feelings, is broken. Because of this disconnection, the brain no longer feels the emotional familiarity that normally comes with recognizing someone. So even though the face looks exactly the same, the brain acts as if it's a stranger or an imposter. The person might think, "This isn't really my loved one," because the emotional response that confirms their identity is missing. This split is kind of like a mirror image of a different condition called prosopagnosia or face blindness. In prosopagnosia, the person cannot consciously recognize faces at all, but their emotional responses to familiar faces stay intact. They might not know who someone is, but they still feel a sense of familiarity when they see them. In Capgras Delusion, it's the opposite. The person can recognize the face but doesn't feel the emotional connection, leading to the bizarre belief that the person is an imposter. The reason this happens in the brain is usually because of damage or disconnection between the parts of the brain that process faces and those that generate emotional responses. The temporal lobes, which help identify faces, stay intact, but the pathways to the limbic system are disrupted. Sometimes damage to the frontal lobes also plays a role, because these areas help evaluate and reject strange beliefs. If the brain can't properly check the emotional signals, the delusion can form and stick around. From a weird science point of view, Capgras Delusion shows us how recognition isn't just one simple process. Instead, it's a two-track system that works together to create a full sense of familiarity and safety. When these two tracks get out of sync, reality can seem distorted. It's as if the brain runs a double-check system that sometimes fails, leading to the eerie experience of seeing someone you love but feeling like they are a stranger. This quirky split in recognition pathways turns everyday social interactions into a strange psychological puzzle, revealing just how complex and fragile our sense of reality can be.